This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
I'm Stephanie Wade in Nashville. Shop owners are concerned what's going to happen to their business, how the town's largest property sale is impacting this tourist destination.
After our sun-filled day today, our focus changes to increasing chance of thunderstorms tonight.
New developments tonight in the bizarre case involving an international adoption. The reason the Indiana man at the center of the case feared for his life and is now trying to remove a key detail from public documents.
Helping those with disabilities land a job they love. How one group helps their members break down barriers so they can do big things.
Good evening and welcome into RTV6 News at 6. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starantino. Businesses in Brown County are worried about their future. A third of the properties in downtown Nashville are being sold in just 2 weeks.
Yeah, and some are worried what this will mean for the town and for the artists who rent many of the buildings being sold.
RTV6's Stephanie Wade talks with shop owners and the town council to see what they are doing to protect them.
This is quite possibly the largest property sale this town has ever seen. The owner, who died last year, owned about 35% of the buildings in downtown Nashville. And now they're all up for sale.
It's the oldest shop in town right now. When they started, there were 5 shops in town.
Opened in 1952, the Totem Post has been a downtown staple for 67 years.
We have a lot of people that come through our door and say it wouldn't be a trip to Nashville if they didn't come here.
A shop celebrating spirituality, nature, and artisanship. Liana Franklin was shocked when she heard the business her parents started might be in jeopardy.
I thought that's kind of the worst thing that could happen here.
And so was the town council. Andy Rogers owned about a third of the businesses downtown. When he passed away, his children decided to auction his estate that was home to 25 local shops. If a buyer comes in and decides to develop the properties, people fear
Losing the integrity of the town and losing jobs, too.
To protect the craftsmen who share its character and history, the town council created new rules, making it more difficult to tear down historical buildings older than 50 years.
Stricter penalties, 180-day process, $2,500 a day for violation of the ordinance.
But as people pack the streets this month, the potential of changing the face of Nashville looms.
She said, kids, pay attention today because we're making memories, because when we come back next year, like we always do, it may not be the same.
Though they remain hopeful, feeling just as the shop embodies.
The spirit of Nashville is going to win out.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Stephanie, thank you. And the real estate liquidation auction will take place at 1 p.m. Wednesday, October 30th at the Brown County History Center in Nashville. Bids will be taken live in person as well as over the phone and internet. To see a full list of properties, we'll attach a link at theindychannel.com. And if you ever have concerns about your town, city, or home, you can't get answers, email us at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
Changing conditions on this Tuesday evening. The sun was out in full force earlier in the day. The clouds are now moving in, and we're tracking the chance for thunderstorms.
Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is here. And Kevin, what could we be dealing with for the rest of the night?
Well, the definite in the forecast is the temperature drop. The question mark is how much rain we'll see. I think most of us will see at least some showers, but I don't think it'll be all that widespread. Clouds have taken over. I think I like the brighter skies better. The clouds moving in from the west with some showers in western portions of Illinois. We made it to 72. We'll take it. 69 is our current temperature. That wind out of the southwest, and obviously 7:06 the sunset, but it won't be as good looking tonight with cloud cover around. This is the potential spark for showers and an isolated thunderstorm. I stressed potential because you can see there's not a whole lot of activity yet. As this moves to the east, we're starting to cool down. I don't think we'll see widespread rainfall, but we will see this become more colorful later this evening with some showers and thunder showers. Wind out of the southwest now. Tomorrow it will be out of the northwest. We'll take these temperatures and really drive those below average. Here's your increasing chance for rain this evening. Take you through some more specific timing and location for that and the impact on tomorrow coming up.
Kevin, we'll see you soon. Thank you. The man and woman accused of adopting a child from Ukraine and then abandoning her had a scheduled hearing today. And one of their attorneys asked a judge to dismiss the charges, saying they were actually victims of fraud. Christine Barnett and her then husband Michael Barnett are both facing neglect of a dependent charges. They're accused of adopting a girl in 2010 and then abandoning her in 2013 after having her age legally changed from 8 to 22 years old. They claim the girl was actually an adult posing as a child. Michael Barnett's attorney filed a motion to dismiss the charges. He also wants Michael's address to be removed from all public records, citing his safety. No decisions were made on either of those motions today.
I'm very confident about our motions. I'm even more confident about Michael's innocence. We were prepared to argue those today. However, they were not set for a hearing, just for status. So we set those for the date for the 23rd of next week. Somewhat disappointed that Michael wasn't granted to exclude his home address from the public purview.
The judge wants to see more evidence and hear testimony that Michael Barnett's safety is at risk with his address being public. As for Christine Barnett, the judge said that she can leave the state and return to her home, which is now in Florida. Her attorney declined to comment.
A jury has been seated and the trial for a Fulton County woman will start tomorrow morning. Alyssa Shepard is accused of killing 3 children by hitting them with a pickup truck as they crossed a state highway to board a school bus. Shepard faces 3 counts of reckless homicide, among other charges stemming from the October 2018 crash in Rochester, Indiana. The pickup truck hit and killed 6-year-old twins Mason and Xavier Engel and their 9-year-old sister Olivia Stahl. Shepard has pled not guilty in this case, saying she was not aware she was approaching a stopped school bus on the morning of the crash. Again, Shepard's trial begins tomorrow morning. And an update tonight, the mother of a teen who took his own life inside of a Richmond middle school last year has turned herself in as she faces several felony charges. 43-year-old Mary York of Winchester, Indiana, turned herself in at the Wayne County Jail today to face charges of dangerous control of a child, neglect of a dependent, and criminal recklessness. According to court documents, York called police in December of 2018 to warn them that her 14-year-old son had taken a family member hostage and forced them to drive him to Dennis Intermediate School, and he intended to shoot up the school. The court documents say the teen went into the building as officers followed him. They exchanged gunfire and the teen turned the gun on himself.
An update to a Call 6 Investigate story we've been tracking. A Greenwood woman accused of taking money for driveway paving and not doing the work is going to jail. Recently, Natalie Davis pleaded guilty to home improvement fraud and corrupt business influence. Both are felonies. A Monrovia couple says they paid Natalie Davis and Santino Gilk $7,500 to pave their driveway. But the company Awesome Asphalt didn't finish the job and did not give the couple a refund. Davis says she plans to pay back the money that she owes. And today, Davis was sentenced to serve time in jail, and she must also serve probation.
All new at 6, a Greenfield Police Department officer accused of using excessive force during an arrest is now on paid administrative leave. The Greenfield Police Department says they placed the officer on paid leave effective August 26th. The department has not named the officer. Indiana State Police investigated the alleged incident and sent their findings to the Hancock County Prosecutor's Office. The police department is waiting for the results from the prosecutor's office.
Democracy 2019 coverage. Longtime Indianapolis police officer Bill Benjamin has accepted Senator Jim Merritt's request to be his police chief if Merritt is elected mayor next month. Benjamin, a Democrat, said that his name kept coming up in Merritt's discussions about a possible chief. Benjamin was a 27-year veteran of IMPD and also served in the sheriff's office. He lost in the 2018 primary to be the next Marion County sheriff. He said today that the city's crime problem is deeper than any political party, and Republican Jim Merritt's voting history doesn't bother him.
I like what the platform is today. I'm not thinking about past voting records or any of that thing. If he thinks that I'm the person to help reduce crime, slow the murder rate.
And a spokesperson for Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett's campaign defended current IMPD Chief Brian Roach, saying, quote, under his leadership, our police force has grown, neighborhood ties have been strengthened, and law enforcement has once again returned to community-based beat policing, end quote. Still ahead tonight here at 6, how one of the state's top health officials wants to combat vaping-related deaths, and it could cost you.
Plus, a small nonprofit is doing big things to help those with disabilities find their dream job.
And I'm Dave First, live at Bankers Live Fieldhouse. Pacers preseason finale tonight. Getting to know some of the new faces, that is key. And the state volleyball tournament kicks off tonight as well. Sports Action Spotlight coming up.
And from preseason to the fall season, temperature today was mild. We'll make a transition to much cooler temperatures during the day tomorrow with some rain, maybe an isolated thunderstorm tonight. Not as much rain as you probably hoped for. We'll talk about tumbling temperatures next.
The beat goes on.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Welcome back. New at 6 tonight. One of the top health officials in Indiana says vaping-related illnesses and deaths signal the need for state taxes to discourage e-cigarette use. Dr. Lisa Hatcher, the Indiana State Medical Association president, told a state legislative committee today that Indiana needs to join other states with excise taxes on e-cigarette liquids. A vaping tax proposal failed during this year's legislative session. The Associated Press reports that Hatcher argues the tax could especially discourage teens from vaping. State health officials say vaping is to blame for 3 deaths in Indiana, but Indiana vape shop owners say black market products are the real problem and that the market products they need to market only to adult customers.
Hiring Hoosiers is RTV6's commitment to connect you to resources to help you land a job. A small Indy-based nonprofit makes it their mission to do big things for those living with disabilities, land a job they want and are excited about. I found out how the Help the World Foundation weeds through the bad to get to all of the good for the people they serve.
If we're sold out, then we are sold out.
Alex Danhart is at your service at the Indianapolis Downtown Marriott.
My passion is here. I love the hotel business. I love helping people.
As an agent, he helps guests with anything they need while staying at the hotel.
I will go to the ends of the earth if it means that I'll be the last point of contact. That's what we're here for.
His work ethic and drive makes him a great employee, despite what some people might think when they first meet Alec.
They just look at my disability and they write me off as, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. But if you speak to me for 5 minutes, then you understand that mentally I have it.
Alec was born with a congenital condition that causes his joints to be stiff and immobile. It's made getting hired a challenge for Alec, although he is perfectly able to work.
Labeling people with disabilities just as a person with a disability is not okay to me, especially if I'm more qualified than the people who are hiring. When you go through so many interviews and you keep getting told, no, we have better hires, and I can see right through it. I see the only reason you didn't hire me was because you were afraid.
That's when Alec connected with the Help the World Foundation and Kara Critchlow, the nonprofit organization's lead employment specialist.
When someone starts a job, we start it too. When they work, we work. We've got some that just need help getting back into the workforce and others that need a lot more intervention.
Help the World provides employment services to people of all abilities, supporting them every step of the way through the job search, hiring process, and fulfilling their career goals.
We're there to make it easier for both employees and employers, removing some of that stigma that maybe there might need more staff hours or might need more attention. It might cost more. We're there to kind of absorb that and say, no, it's just like anybody else.
The foundation also helps employees with transportation needs, accommodations on the job, and proper scheduling depending on the employee's needs. With Kara's help, Alec found his perfect job fit at the Indianapolis Marriott, one where he is employed full-time, able to grow in the company, and pursue his personal career goals.
It meant everything to me because it's not only just getting the job, but it's people looking past someone with a disability. I felt almost giving up, but then I came to this hotel and they gave me the opportunity of a lifetime. So my dream job is to be a manager at a hotel, and I think it'd be great for people, not just people with disabilities, but people, period, that if I can do it, you can too.
Since 2017, Help the World has helped 50 Hoosiers land employment in the state. The organization is always in need of volunteers or human services interns. They are also in desperate need of gently used business clothing or monetary donations to provide extra programming for job skills training. Learn more about Help the World at hiringhoosiers.com.
A proposal in one local town could soon help anyone on a path to a career they want or need. The town of Plainfield is considering a recommendation to build a higher education center just north of Plainfield High School. That facility would be called Made at Plainfield. The building would house classrooms and laboratories for colleges and universities, as well as other organizations involved in workforce development. Plainfield officials tell RTV6 anyone could enroll in classes at Made at Plainfield. It still needs to get a final approval from the Plainfield Town Council. If it does, construction could begin in the summer of 2020, and the facility could open during the 2021 academic year.
Happening tomorrow, a groundbreaking ceremony for a major renovation to a local concert venue. White River State Park will formally break ground on a permanent concert space on the lawn, which is already used for live shows. Right now, the lawn at White River State Park operates with temporary structures like folding chairs and trailers that act as dressing rooms for acts. The renovated venue will include a permanent stage and lighting, permanent seating for 3,000 people with an additional lawn seating capacity of 4,500. It will also include a permanent restroom. The park says this should allow the lawn to attract more acts and make the viewing experience better for you. Kevin?
We'll go from the lawn at White River to the trees in Brown County, and I'll step out of the way. And Mark and Amanda, it's not just my eyes, right? There's more color there.
Oh, there really is.
It's starting to look like fall.
Yeah.
Things are happening. So I do think this fluctuation between the very cool mornings and mild afternoons help turn on some of the color, and we'll continue that pattern here over the next 7 days. Tomorrow is a down day, but then you see the steady progression of temperatures that will go above average once again as we get to the weekend. But tomorrow, the story is this. Only 52 degrees. That comes with a strong, cool northwest wind. Still in the 50s, but at least the upper 50s as we get to Thursday, Friday, up and over the 60-degree mark. The wind today has been out of the southwest. That's why we made it to 72. Plus, we had all that sunshine early in the day. Clouds have been increasing without any showers entering the state so far. As they put the wind forecast in motion, they come around from the southwest to the northwest, and they'll be strong tomorrow, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour, driving into cooler temperatures, and you'll definitely need to dress for that. Grab the heavy coat. Keeping an eye on radar, if we see showers and an isolated thunderstorm, think those develop probably after 8 or 9 tonight. Rainfall pretty meager from Indy northwest to the south and east, 1/4 inch. Maybe some spots a little heavier than that, but I think those will be few and far between as we go through the evening hours and overnight. Temperature 72 in Columbus, where the clouds rolled in earlier. Temperatures are cooler, plus a cold front will enter western Indiana and start the temperature drop. May fire a couple of showers and thunder showers. 9 o'clock this evening. This is our short-range forecast model. I usually have a decent amount of confidence in how this plays out, so I do think we'll see some of these isolated showers, maybe a quick downpour along the cold front. That will be pushing east at 11 o'clock, and only a couple showers left. Pretty sharp dividing line between the rain and the clearing line. In the morning tomorrow, we'll see a little more sunshine, then the clouds will quickly come back. While you sleep, temperatures, they fall into the 40s. The shower should end just after midnight. As you go through the day tomorrow, lower 50s, and it's a struggle to get there to the north on the southern edge of the viewing area. Temperature only 54 in Bedford and Seymour. 7-day planner, temperatures back in the 70s for the weekend. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. The better chance Monday and Tuesday. That will also come with the potential for stronger storms. Something to watch for next week.
We'll keep an eye on it. All right, thanks, Kevin, for that.
Lots of changes there. Well, Dave First is standing by with a look at sports, and he's at the Pacers.
Yeah, the Pacers wrapping up the preseason tonight. I mean, not that it's lasted all that long, but it's still nice to say they're wrapping up the preseason tonight. A week from tomorrow night, they get the Detroit Pistons in here to start that 82-game schedule. Pacers expected to make the playoffs this season. Just how far up they go up when it comes to seeding, maybe that is the question heading into this thing. By the way, Goga Batadze, the 6'11" rookie out of Georgia, and not the state, is expected to make his preseason debut tonight for the Blue and Gold. Take a look at the last time they played. It was just last Friday night here at Bankers Live. They took on the Chicago Bulls. There are a total of 9 new faces on this year's team. Gone are guys like Bojan Bogdanovic, Thad Young, Darren Collison. So it's a quick study to get used to some of the new guys, including Batadze and TJ Warren, and Malcolm Brogdon, and Jeremy Lamb. Isn't much time to get used to this team. Doug McDermott on getting used to the old and the new heading into the new season.
We know there's going to be mistakes. You know, it's new for everyone. The coaches are adjusting to us. We're adjusting to them. And, you know, we've worked extremely hard on the practice floor. And, you know, there's some tired bodies out there, but we're giving it all we got. And, you know, it's been a good preseason so far.
They host the Timberwolves tonight. Meanwhile, state volleyball tournament starts tonight. Newcastle trying to do something that really hasn't been done all that often. A three-peat, if you will, for the state title. Brad Brown has more in tonight's Sports Extra Spotlight.
Inside this temple of Indiana basketball, it's the Newcastle volleyball team that is shining bright on center court.
We've had a pretty tough schedule this year, and we've responded really well. They've been a little bit more motivated the past week and a half, knowing that sectional is coming and our postseason route is a tough one.
The Trojans won the last 2 state championships in Class 3A. That meant a move up to 4A this year and a chance to take a swing against some of their biggest rivals.
We're all hungry to win. We all play club. Most of us play club, so it's like losing's not an option. Because coming from club volleyball and then all playing with each other, we know what to expect from each other.
Senior Melanie Schaffmaster is one of several Division I caliber players on this team. Right alongside her, younger sister Mabry.
Whenever we first started playing together, I was kind of scared to tell her that the ball was too low or something. So now she just kind of gives me a look, and we just know. And I know that since she's my setter and like we have a really good connection, and you really want that with your setter. It's a higher level of knowing what to expect from each other since we come from the same house, and we've been competitive since we were like 4 and 5.
The sibling duo are just the tip of the talent on the Trojans roster. Head coach Sarah Roush has worked with many of them in Munciana club volleyball.
All of us, almost every single person, is going to play beyond high school, and like focusing on how important the team chemistry is and like how important having each other's backs is just so important.
We've always pushed each other, but then if they didn't want to push, then they kind of left. But throughout the years, it's always remained us, and we always know that like we're capable of so much, and if we bring everybody else along with us, it's just going to keep growing.
In Newcastle, Brad Brown, RTV6 Sports.
By the way, the state football poll is now out. No changes among the number ones except for 3A, Chittard. The Trojans now the new number 1 team in that class. Regular season wraps up Friday. We'll wrap things up after this as the News at 6 continues.
Keller and Keller.
Up next here on RTV6 is World News with David Muir.
And then join us at 7. We'll see you then.
Have a good evening.